Hey, real quick, shout out to all my Barbadian viewers out there. This is gonna be kind of a first on this channel. I don't really like to make just videos where I just rant about certain stuff, but I feel like this has just gotten too out of hand for me not to talk about. So, the First Descendant. Man, I still think this game is nothing special and it is just a complete, utter boring, it's just not good. And before people go ahead and say that you didn't even give the game a fair shot, I have 10 hours on record. I feel like that is enough of a shot. I mean, I guess I could have spent a little bit more, but I just couldn't bear it anymore. So let me just talk about what this video was supposed to be, because I was gonna make another First Descendant video, but it was gonna be a journey to level cap kind of series where I just go from level 0 all the way to the max level. And that was kind of the goal, to hopefully get to max level, and in between leveling processes I could, maybe understand why people like the game so much and it'll be a revelation. Unfortunately, none of that happened. I'm pretty sure I reached level 30 in Ajax and mastery rank 7 if I'm not wrong or mistaken. Let me just talk about some things that I liked about the game though. There's two things that I've liked about this game. First of all are the Void Intercept bosses. I'll admit, the bosses are decently fun. I think the last one that I fought was some Frost boss or whatever. She was really cool because she was actually really challenging, and it was not like ridiculously challenging, it was doable. Another thing that I liked was the phase exchange, or I think that's what it's called, where you can like level up a rank 1 crafted weapon to like a level 34 weapon. I think that's a kind of a neat system. It probably could have been refined, I guess, maybe. I've seen people say it could have been refined, but I think it's a fine system. And yeah, that's kind of where the positives end. To be honest, playing this game just made me realize how well fleshed out Warframe and Destiny really are, and I'm still going to stick by what I've said in my last video, that you cannot play this game and not make a comparison to Warframe or Destiny. It is literally impossible to play this game and be like, oh wait, that's something out of Warframe, or oh, I can compare that to Destiny. It's literally impossible. You cannot compare this game to itself. There is nothing that is unique or groundbreaking or innovative about this game, and I'm not saying that it necessarily has to be. As long as it's decently fun and whatever, I guess that's what people care about, but in my eyes, this game is not fun at all. I've read a lot of reviews about this game, and people keep saying and defending that this game, well, yeah, it has a bunch of flaws in it, is fun, but I don't understand why it's fun. The gameplay, in my opinion, is so monotonous and it is so boring. It is like the most lackluster shooting, the most lackluster audio-visual feedback I could have ever experienced. Maybe it's just a character issue because I played Ajax, but he was just not fun at all to play. His abilities were completely lackluster. The shield, his Z move or whatever, literally anything could have gone through that. Any boss attack could have gone through this shield. Enemies could just walk in there with no repercussions. What is the point of this shield? It is so garbage. It is the worst shield I've ever seen in my entire life. And the gunplay is mediocre at best. It's literally like if they took Warframe and Destiny and just took the worst qualities from those two games and made it into this. This is what the First Descendant is, in my opinion. What about the leveling process? Did I find that fun? The questing? Absolutely not. First of all, the story is about as bland as you can get, just like how bland the character names are. I mean, seriously? Greg, really? And we have Guide. How am I supposed to be attached to these characters when their names are so bland and generic? Such a stupid name. I mean, it's kind of funny if you think about it, to like make fun of like, oh god, here comes Master Greg. How intimidating. Or genetically enhanced Greg if you're feeling special today. To the 5 people that have played this game's questing and actually leveled up through that and not just doing the same mission over and over and over again to get to level 40, you'll know what I'm talking about. The questing pretty much boils down to going to a map, and there's like 4 or 5 different zones, and each zone has 3 missions that you have to do, each taking about 5 minutes to complete. So that's like, what, 15 minutes for one zone, and there's 5 of them at the very most, so that's like, I don't know what the math is on that one. And you pretty much do all the quests in those zones until you hit a dungeon, and then you just do that and kill the boss, and you move on to the next map. I'm pretty sure every 2 maps you get a big boss, the Void Intercepts, and then you go do that, and then you go back to questing, and then the cycle repeats over and over again. I mean, yeah, it's extremely repetitive and the boring combat doesn't really help its case, but I can also forgive it because the game just came out, so obviously there's not going to be enough content to suffice for like 3 weeks, right? Everybody's going to explore the game in like within a month. probably less to be honest. So I'm not dogging on the game because there's just lack of content. I'm dogging on the game because the gameplay is so sucky. This thing is so boring. Have I mentioned how boring this game's combat is? And I haven't even talked about one of the game's biggest issues, which is its microtransactions and its in-game store. Now, I rarely buy stuff from the in-game store of any game, so I can't really say too much on this, but from what I've seen in reviews and stuff, it is really bad, which also kind of gets me thinking this actually just might be a greater issue than just the game itself. But I feel like people have regressed and have like desensitized themselves to microtransactions over the past couple of years, because I feel like a couple of years ago, if people would have said, oh yeah, this game is free to play, but the microtransactions are kind of bad, everybody would have just dropped the game within like the first week, because nobody wants a pay to win game, right? That's like the worst thing. That's the devil right there. Nobody wants a pay to win game. But nowadays it's so strange because I've seen people running around with the ultimate bunny skin or whatever it's called, and that thing costs $100. Why? Why have you dropped $100 on a game that's just released? You don't even know if it's gonna be good for the upcoming updates. Why would you do this? Again, maybe because I just don't buy anything from in-game stores, so I wouldn't know, but yeah, you know, I just think it's interesting. I just don't know who this game was made for. Am I missing something? Is it a me thing? Because I just don't understand why I would play this game over any other looter shooter out there. Borderlands is on sale, guys, come on. I want to critique the First Descendant because I thought it could have been something great. It could have been something really good. I want this game to be good. I feel like it had potential, but now it's just so trash. It is so mediocre. It's below mid. It is so bad. I've done all I could to understand why this game is good. I've played the game for 10 hours. I've even gone onto their official Discord, went onto different voice channels and interviewed people. I was like, what do you think about the game? What makes this game fun? Because I just wanted a second opinion about this game. I've went through different Reddit threads. I've went through different reviews, and I still don't understand the hype behind this game. I still don't understand what's so fun about this game. I still don't understand why would I ever play this game when there are better alternatives out there. And at this point, I'm kind of done giving this game a second chance. I've given it so many slaps on the wrist because, oh, it's an open beta, it'll be good. Oh, it's just this, oh, blah, 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 whatever, right? And I guess a little side note, they don't have trading in this game, which kind of upsets me because this is like a perfect game for traders, but whatever. And some people are probably gonna say, well, just let the game cook. In about 3 to 4 months, this game will be popping. It'll have all the content you've ever asked for and stuff like that. But I can also say, in 3 to 4 months, this game could probably be dead. God, I've been rambling about this game for like 20 minutes. I need to shut it off soon. I'm going too deep. But if somebody is willing to take me up on that offer on talking to me about why this game is decent and fun, I would really love to hear your opinion. Like, I'm not even being sarcastic or anything. I actually just want to know why this game is so good. Thank you for sticking around for this long. It's probably been a shit show of a video because I don't have a script for this. I'm just kind of going off the dome and stuff, so sorry if it's a bit of a mess, but hey, it is what it is. And yeah, don't really have anything left to say, so thank you for watching.